I don't know if you can hear me or see me. And so I have to wait, see if some people come on. This is just a short, very short video. And I'll wait till now there's nobody here. So it is Saturday. No, it isn't Saturday. What is tonight? Friday night. It's Friday night. That's right. So probably a lot of people are busy because it's Friday night. So here's what I'm going to do. Because this is really important for me that I get to the certain people, and it's scheduled for. I don't even know how it's scheduled for 6:25 because I didn't schedule it. This happened yesterday. I don't know how this is happening because I know when I'm scheduling something, I put it in my book or in my phone. So I have. There's someone came on. Hey, hi, thank you. Hi, good to see you. All right, there's two people. All right, hi, you guys. I was just about ready to go. All right, forget it. Nobody's coming on. I'm not going to do it. Hey, good evening. Hi. I hear you and you see you. Thank you so much. All right, this is good. This is really good. This is just a little short video actually, I'm going to turn off my car. I'm in my car. I don't know if you can hear my car or not. But anyway, I'm on my way over to visit my friend. And I just went to the grocery store. Hi, thank you. And I mainly, oh, look at this. What do you know? It's Osa. No, just kidding. I mainly just wanted to thank everyone. I don't know if any of you watched my interview with DOA over on his site, but he was very kind. And you guys, some of the people donated. It was really great. He came over and spent, I think, 5 hours on my desktop trying to set up Cash App and PayPal. I think that's it, the two of them. And they're under, About Tory, and you can go there. And then if you want, you can. Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, I've been talking for 24 years, like he said. So it's like, it's time. You know what I mean? And people for years have asked me, we'd like to donate. And I thought you had to set up a website to do it. So these guys have been, I know I'm doing a new adventure streaming from my car. I know, really fun. But I felt bad because I don't think I had anything scheduled for 6:25. I don't, but it says I do. And so anyway, I apologize if somehow that got happened. I've got to find out from DOA what's going on in that, because that's like the third time something's been scheduled that I didn't schedule. And because I can never remember anything, I write everything down. I'm a fiend on that, so I know. I mean, I'll have stickers and stuff like that. So believe me, I know when I do something like that. So when I don't, it's like, okay, what's going on here? Because this is the second time. Okay, I haven't seen DOA today. Looking forward to seeing him. I know, me neither. But I wanted to thank anyone who donated yesterday, because it was such a shock. It was such a surprise. It was really wonderful. I mean, it was like, oh my God, I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. And also, I wanted to thank the guys that made videos. Nora and a bunch of people yesterday made a video. I think a bunch of people made videos about Phil and the aftermath. And this was the sign. This is can you see it? Am I doing it right? Yeah, you can. So this was the sign that he put up, or they put up. The aftermath paid for it. And they put it up. I had lunch with him. By the time we went from Burbank to the sign, which is 15 minutes, they already had, earlier on, they'd already put a big crane in front of it to block it. And then I guess yesterday, someone has a whole video online. Hi, you guys. They have a whole video online about Scientology taking it down. It's just unbelievable. They want, as I pointed out yesterday, they want to be thought of as a real religion. And yet, thank you so much. There was a fun interview with you mean with Director Vance? It's not Director Vance. It's what's his name? I always call him Director of Ants, but he isn't. Defender of Ants. That's right. He's the defender of ants and he means ants like defendant, or I forget. He has all these other words that have ANT at the end. That's right. Defender. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So anyway, Defender of Ants made a really long video. He's doing this thing where he's interviewing anyone that's like a spokesperson or live video, and he's asking them the same 10 questions and they're answering them. So mine, you can go see it if you want over there. And he's going to come and we're going to put it up on this site whenever he can do it. I hope he's okay. I'm sending you love, DOA. I really hope you're okay. And don't, my suggestion, you know me, I'm like an older person, like your mom or something, but don't go there tonight because it's Friday night. Friday nights, there's a lot of drunks out, and I don't want you getting in trouble. I really don't. So I hope you do something else. You're welcome to call me and come over and visit. Um, but I won't be at my house, so I'll be at a secret location. So anyway, there's the sign. Pass it around, you guys, because I want this sign passed around so people know that's what the Church of Scientology does. You want to say something, you can't. And this is my little card that I give out all the time, which basically shows Xenu, which my friend made up, and then it's got Xenu.net and XenuTV.com is no longer around, so I got to make new cards. But it's got my YouTube site, ToryMagoo44, and TonyOrtega.org, because Tony's got a big interview up today, all about what happened with Phil, with all the specifics. He interviewed him, and I talked to Phil today, and he said, yeah, I gave as much of an interview explaining what happened as I know, and he's on to other stuff. He said, Tory, I'm good. I'm busy. I mean, that guy is the defender of his children. I mean, he has put in time with them, trying to get in touch with them. It's like bless his heart. So yeah, I know. It's Os is watching. They're always watching. Ha ha! And here I am out in a parking lot. I know. I just pulled in from Ralph's. All right. So the channel had the view about the sign. Okay, it was Dan. That's right. Dan Walks LA. He's a new guy on the whole trip, but apparently he said he interviewed with Natalie today, and they did an interview with Dan Walks LA. And apparently he just started 3 days, or I think he said 3 weeks ago he started. It is a sad situation with Phil and the children, but it's a sad situation with every cult member whose parents have lost their children. It's unbelievable. Like I said, my friend, I won't even say her name because I don't think she wants it said, but her children won't speak to her. Two of them will, but two of them won't. They're in the Sea Org. And she doesn't, not only that, but she also doesn't, she's never met her grandchildren. Can you imagine that? Having grandchildren and you've never met them because of Scientology? And this is what people are paying for? Ay, 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 ay. Anyway, thousands of people, multiple generations. It's true. It's like a big thing. All right, so let me answer a few questions, then I got to get going because I said I'd be right over, and I thought I got to just quickly thank you all. Okay, thank you. All right, I appreciate it. Thumbs up. Unfortunately, I can't read any of your names. Friday is a rest Friday. Don't say that. Not with us. And Friday nights are Osa's hit nights, right? I think that's true. Thursday their stats ended Thursday at 2, so then they got to get going at Friday. So I'm saying to DOA, stay away because you're a high target right now. And anybody who doesn't want to, that's a very thin strip over by the that restaurant. So I say, go over to Celebrity Center, go around there, like Phil said. If you just yell, Michael Jones, call your mother, that would really help him. And he said, you just have to say it, a couple times a day. You never know when he happens to be in the right. He's over in the thing in the corner by, it's called the Pavilion, I think, but it's behind the big Celebrity Center over in the corner on Branson and Franklin. So that's where Michael is. Of course, they'll move him now. Ha ha, Scientology will keep moving around. I'll find out. The channel had the video about the sign. Yeah, Dan Walks LA. So that's a good one. Okay, thank you about the golden hearted souls. Thank you. All right, the flyer campaign at the dorms of the SO members in the mornings and in the evenings when they come back from work. If you leave the SO, you will get $300 food stamps and free healthcare. Where is that? I don't know anybody who left the Sea Org and got free healthcare. I don't think so. That sounds like BS. Anyway, they may be saying that to get people in and join, but no, they leave. Many people leave with huge debts, and that's so freaky. They've slaved away for years. I mean, I'm talking literally slaving away, and then Scientology tries to charge them, thousands of dollars for whatever they trained them on, so they could slave away at it. Now they're charging you and saying you owe us. So just so you know, you don't owe them anything. It's a completely illegal contract. You do not owe Scientology a dime. Period. They owe us. They have our money. And L. Ron Hubbard said, if they don't like it, give them their money back, get rid of them. And here we are. Okay, give me my money back. I've paid almost $1 million to them and stuff. I want it back. I got some of the money that was on account. On account means it's like a savings account that you give to Scientology to use for future courses. But they won't give it back. And I know some people that have a lot of money. I got mine back, but I'm serious when I get into stuff. Come on out, Osa. Live a good life. We'll help you. Yeah, they probably, unfortunately, the guys that might leave won't necessarily see my video because they definitely, they think I'm a top secret undercover OSA or a CIA agent. That's their new line for me. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Same stories. Yep. He has over 2,000 subscribers already. Good. This is probably the guy walking around, right? Yeah. So anyway, it's all around sad, and Lara is so hurt. I know. She's had a rough time with her dad, and she wants to talk to him. And he's another person that, it's a father who's gone out of touch with his daughter, and that's awful too. I hope Phil can get compensation for the sign debacle. Well, it isn't just Phil, because the aftermath, it was their donations also. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's in progress. The OSA agents in the chat, we can help you get out. Hillary, that's funny. Yeah, send me a private send me a private message. I'll come pick you up. And I've done that. I have. People have called me, and I've gone and picked them up. If you leave the SO, oh, now I lost everybody. You will get, okay, it says OSA, if you leave the SO, you will get $300 food stamps and free healthcare. Let's see, who is this? James. I don't know that that's true at all. So I am not saying that. James is saying that. I don't, until you show me someone that actually has had that happen to them, I'm not going to believe it, because people could be convinced it's true, but that doesn't mean it is true. Hi from, if it happened to you and you did get it, then you let me know. Post it on here. Hi from North Carolina, usually on the replay. All right, cool, good. Hi, Tori. Hello, everyone's just joining in. All right, cool. Love it. All right, I'm going to get to see her soon. It is quite thin. It is quite thin. Okay. When you say something like that, you have to say, what is the it? Because otherwise, it's just sort of like, it's quite thin. What is? They're swatting everybody. Okay, so you mentioned to me, Dempsey, what is quite thin? And please make a full sentence of it, because otherwise you'll say something else and I won't know what you're talking about. They're swatting everybody. They're definitely into it, but it's going to come back at them. I promise you that. Hi, Sophie. I love it. Hello, Amanda. All right, good. Lale. Right. And watch out for the distractions, because that's when they try to create a problem for guys like DOA and Danny. It's tricky. I know their drill, and you're right on that. That is 100% correct. They kind of wait until you're not paying attention. Like, I was picketing outside the testing center, and we had a big deal, film it, because we knew they were doing shit. This was years ago, right? But we had a big deal, keep your cameras on, blah, blah, blah. And for 1 second, the guy turned around who was filming but wasn't. And this guy zoomed around the corner, smashed me in the chest, and ran inside the testing center. So it wasn't even worth calling the police, because I didn't see him, neither did anybody else. We didn't get it on camera. So it's tricky. Like someone said, I think it was over on someone else's live stream, but they were saying, we really need people, like if you want to help out and you don't want to do a live stream thing yourself, One way you can do it if you're in the area is just go and film. That's it. Just film. And we need it from different angles. Do you see what I mean? Because if you get a few different angles, they can't weasel out of it. They can't because you've got it on film in two or three different angles. So if there's anybody in the LA area or around it, and just once in a while you feel like coming, come, and film it, right? Okay, at social services, you get $309. Okay, all right, and you got that? You actually got that, or you just read that? Because again, I'm sort of like, okay, until they get it, maybe they do, but it's still like you have to look at they don't have any social security at all. So they may have worked for 10 years and they have no social security. So when you get to 65 and get social security, they don't. So thank you for that. That's a nice thing. Tori, let's see. I don't know if I can press the thing and it'll show up. I don't think so, no. Anyway, it says, Tori, you're so adorable. Thanks for all that you do. You are welcome, and thank you guys for coming here and contributing. And Amanda, okay, and Sophie, and lovely chatters. Thank you. Love it. All right. And James, at social services, get food stamps $300 a month. Okay, well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good if that's true. So that's a good thing for us to keep passing around if that's actually factual, that you get $300 a month food stamps. And I know people think, ooh, food stamps, but you know what? It's just a little credit card where you get 300 bucks. That's what it is. That's what my friend told me. And it's like it's food, and if you're in Scientology, that's a big deal when you first get out. Um, they should give it all back. They should give back all their money. They should. Of course they should. I mean, imagine having it money on account. They never even spent it, and they won't give it back. How do Scientologists reconcile with themselves how they live versus DM? They don't. It's like he's the leader of the pack. You know what I mean? It's like most of them are working on having a better life. That's what they're working on. So, it's kind of like they're busy with that. They don't go, well, David Miscavige, they don't know, first of all. We know he's buying motorcycles with their money. They don't know that. They don't. He's like, I'm over in Germany, I've got this set up. He's always got bullshit that he's telling people. But the truth is, he spends a lot of their money on himself, and we know that, but they don't know that. So they don't have to justify it. They just think he's, kind of volunteering along. No. Okay, it's so wrong how they say they owe all this money and they have worked for nothing. I know. It's really creepy. It is. They charge them 20 and take away 90. That's exactly right. Or more. Haha, that's such a cute dragon emoji. Where's my dragon emoji? I don't know where it is. I guess it's someone else has it. Okay. Oh, yeah, it is. I like those dragons. I do. Okay. Maybe the SP needs to give. Maybe the SP needs to give them a bill for their hours. Yeah, exactly. That's what I would do. But I think they're just so happy to get out. It's like it doesn't happen. And they know they're not going to give him the money. They're not. Miscavige won't. He's a greedy son of a bitch. That's what he is. At social services. Okay, when you pick someone up who wants to leave, do they ever follow y'all and try to bring them back? I'm not going to get into that because Scientology will always try to get people back. They didn't with me because they knew I was done. Like I said, I had a friend, Robert Von Young, who was calling me every night, and he said, "Look, leaving a cult is like getting away from an abusive relationship, and I'm very worried, Tori, you're going to go back into Scientology." And I said, Vaughn, I'm going to tell you something. It took me a few days to get the analogy, but I said, it feels to me like for 30 years I have been swimming upstream. And finally, one of the critics, one of you guys just said, you could just turn around and slide down. And I did. And it was like, oh my God. And it sounds so dorky, but you're in such mind control. It took 10 years of reading self improvement books for me to strip off a lot of the mind control so that I could see and go, okay, yeah, I'll do that. But now I forgot what the other subject was because there was something else that someone else said. Um, I know I really appreciate Love It. She's my moderator and she's really a good moderator and she's doing a great job. Sometimes you just got to cut your losses and forget about the lost money and leave. Yeah, that's true too. A lot of people do that. They just go, okay, done. I mean, the money isn't a big issue. The biggest issue is the mind control and getting away from it. So that's the biggest thing. The money is an issue, but it's just the way a cult is. You know, you're rarely going to get it back. So that's just the way it is. But now I'm trying to remember what it was from IS Freedom Magazine. Oh yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you very much, James. You get a list of donors and tell them don't donate. Well, anyway, you're not going to get that list. They won't ever give out that list. But I was talking about Von Young saying, I'm worried about you going back in. And I said, really, the analogy for me, because he kept saying it, and I said, look, just think of someone who's Jewish who escaped out of a concentration camp. If someone said, you know, you could go back in, do you possibly think they would go back in? And that, for me, having had epilepsy and fought them for 30 years for my life, no, I'm not going back. As soon as I got out, I was like, hallelujah. You know, it was like, oh, thank God. So Caroline and Janie, all right. See, this is love it. Said Caroline and Janie, thank you. All right, so good. Tori, are you stuck in traffic? No, I'm sitting in a parking lot. Here, I'll show you. Look, except my car is all rainy because it rained last night. But see, that's where I am. I'm just in there. And Ralph's is right down the street. I just came from Ralph's. Here's all my stuff. You know, food. Anyway, that's what happens. So, you know, you shop, and I'm going to my friends. Yes, they took down this sign. I'm going to put it up again. I'm going to put it up over and over because I want people to copy it and pass it around because you don't have the card, but I want you to copy it and put it around and let people know this is what Scientology does. This was put up by a group of people that believed in helping the Sea Org get out and Phil Jones trying to get in touch with his kids. And what do they do? Did they talk to Phil? No. Did they talk to the aftermath? No. Did they do anything? Did they let it up for a week? No. They took it down. They blocked it that day. The day it went up, they had it blocked. The next day, they took it down. It's just pathetic. Ooh, watching from Sweden. Well, enjoy Sweden. Robert Von Young married Stacy Young. He did, and then they also, broke up. But they did originally. They were married. That's how she met Bob Minton, who she ended up, creating the Lisa McPherson Trust with Jesse. But Bob was online. He's a big free speech advocate, and he's a multimillionaire. And she was on an island with Robert Von Young in, I think, outside Washington, right? It was something like that. They were up in that area and they were on an island and she had all these cats. She was like rescuing cats and stuff like that. And then they got the landlady said they can't stay. So they had to move out and so Stacy, this is my understanding of it. If it's not all of it, I apologize. But my understanding from talking to her is that they said, she posted online, we've got to find a place to live. We don't have anywhere to live and we got all these cats. And Bob just he said, go to this address. And she went to the address. It was a 2-story house, beautiful house. And he told her where the keys were. She opens up the door. There's 24 long stem roses. And he says, welcome to your new home. It was just it was like, oh, that kind of thing is so wonderful when people do stuff like that. It's really cool. So isn't that a sweet story? So, yes, they did take it down. You keep asking Alex, but I'm telling you, yes, they did. There's videos on it. Nora has one. No, Nora. She has a video with, I think, 3 or 4 different people that were there. And also there's one that's in these comments about is it Dave Walking LA? Is that what it is? Dave Walking LA or Dan Walking LA? Anyway, it's somebody post that because I can't read it, and they are getting scared. They're always scared though. They're getting less people. I love your nail polish. Thank you. I know. It's like fun. I'm into fun. Do people make these signs into stickers and paste them all around? Yep, that may happen. That may happen. There's a lot of things that a lot of people have done on their own that they thought of that are really inventive and things that I would never do. One of my first things that I ever heard of was, and I've mentioned this before, but this guy on his own, there's only two books in the bookstores of Scientology, Dianetics and Self-Analysis. And he went around to every bookstore and put in a bookmark in Dianetics and Self-Analysis with it's a long bookmark with all these websites. It's like, what a great idea. At the other side. When you left Scientology, was there a favorite meal or food that you remember having? Amy Scobie had root beer float and the Headleys went to Denny's. What was your freedom meal? Wow, that's a good question. I don't think I did because I was there, I got off the plane at 1:45 in the morning in Tampa Airport. They chased me across the country. So when the police said, stand back, she has to pick, and Osa was on one side, and Bob, Stacy, and Jesse were on the other. And Penny Jones was going, Tory, 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 what is happening? Why are you doing this? I can get a message to David Miscavige tonight, whatever you want to tell him. And I thought, that son of a bitch, I have written him for 7 years asking him to get me off this level. He'd never answer, just kept charging me money. It was like, what a son of a bitch. And for her to say then, oh, I can get a message to David Miscavige tonight. I mean, I left Scientology because of David Miscavige, not anything else. There's a lot of stuff I've learned since and I've put together, because it takes a while. It's like a puzzle and it takes a while to connect all the dots. And I'm still connecting them. But that was a key reason I left with David Miscavige. And for her to say, oh, I can get a message to him tonight. It was like, I went like this. I pick them, the 3 SPs. That was it. That was it. All right. So what was my meal? We stayed up all night talking and I think they got food, but we really didn't have a meal. And the next day I was going to have lunch with Jerry Armstrong and he got mad at me and said, that's a whole thing I already talked about in an earlier video. So we didn't really have a meal there, and I was ready to just jump in a truck and leave and just get out of there. And luckily, Jesse came after me and said, no, 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 let's go up to the room and you rest for a while. So I don't really remember. I mean, I don't. It wasn't, I was so happy losing weight. I was 100 pounds overweight in Scientology. I started Weight Watchers in Scientology. And I think I'd lost 60 or 70 pounds by the time I escaped out. And so I wasn't like really into, eating that much. It was like I was just so happy to be free. I don't even remember. I don't. I know that Bob took us to some wonderful restaurants we did, but me personally, my favorite meal was meeting them, Bob, Stacy, and Jesse, getting to talk to Andreas, who I met. He called me when I went to Magoo dancing in Boston. He called me after. He goes, I'm on a mountaintop in Norway, Magoo. I finally get to see you because we'd never seen each other. It was really sweet. It's a very sweet story with Andreas. I miss him tons. Anyway, my heart breaks for Phil. I hope he gets reunited with his kids. Here's my view on your heart breaking. I understand that. I'd say to my friend all the time, because she says that all the time, oh, my heart's breaking for such and such. I say, don't let your heart break. My grandfather was a doctor, and he used to say all the time, hearts of oak. Like keep your heart strong. You need to keep your heart strong. And you're the only person who can do it. Nobody else can. Not your parents, not your kids, nothing. You have to keep your heart strong. I get it that you feel for him, and I do too, and for every other parent who's lost their kids or their parents. But Don't let your heart break. That's my thing. Hearts of oak. All right, so Robert Von Young has passed away. He did. He had prostate cancer, and he has a big website up for men about prostate cancer, educating them on stuff they can do. So there you go. Um, and hey. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm not quite sure what you guys are talking about, but also the Aftermath website put some info up. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Dan. Okay, so it's Dan Walks LA. Okay, thank you. I couldn't remember if it was David or Dan, but it's Dan Walks LA. I mean, that's impressive that the guy just started 3 weeks ago. Dan Walking LA, we love Dan. Okay, good, good. Well, it's another wonderful person. I mean, I welcome everybody. The more people, the better. Look, Tori, you thought no one would arrive, and I know there's 250 people here, and I'm in my car. I'm embarrassed. It's awkward, but anyway, thank you again for mentioning Dan Walks LA. All right, and DOA, please go over and watch our video because it's really fun. And he's just a delight. He really is. I really hope he's okay. I was very worried about him last night because he got inside of a big argument with some guys, but he was smart enough to leave. And that's the thing to know. You get into some stuff with weird people, just get out of there. Get in your car and leave because, it can save you a lot of trouble. Thank you all for being here from Love It. Please like and subscribe. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Love It, for reminding that. Also, Tori has a ton of older videos to watch. That's right. I have over 900 videos explaining all kinds of different stuff that as it would come up, I'd make a video on it. So, and that helps with the listing hours. So that's good. But do please subscribe. That means a lot to me. And if you want to donate because you feel like I've put in time, and I have 24 years, but, if you just feel like it, do $5, $1, $10, so it's greatly appreciated by me. And maybe that's hokey, and if it is, let me know, and I won't do it anymore because I feel kind of awkward. It's like, I don't know. But I'm just so excited that he put it up. It's like it was just shocking to that people donated. I mean, it really was, and I wrote everyone, each person. We need to put some of those posters and magnets so you can put them on your car. Yeah, see, that was a thing we thought of. We could put them on the cars, but we need to get a bunch of them because no one, you can't do one car because nobody's going to drive around that much. But if a bunch of us did, see, we did that with Phil before on another thing. We had this big magnetic thing that we had on our cars, Call Your Dad or something like that. But we could do it with this too. It's a whole different thing, but we could do it with the magnetic. We had him on our cars, so he'll know. He knows the technology of how to do it. I'll ask him. That's a good idea. Thank you for that. All right. So it's turning. You're turning in from Portland. You're tuning in from Portland. Ah, Portland. Are they still building up there? The last time I was there, it was like major building. It's a lovely area though. Um, in the car, I know. Oh my God, this is awesome. Late, but here. Okay, well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you guys are okay with me being in the car. That's good. I could do more of these if you're okay with me being in the car. 250 people in chat. I know that's impressive. I love you, Tori. Thank you. I love you guys too. I really do. I really greatly thank you for coming here, being here, commenting, sending little hearts. I love all of it. I do. It's I just called my friend. I said, "Oh, this is so wonderful. It really is." And she was happy too. She really was. Don't forget to smash the like button. That's right. Okay, thank you. Hi, Tori. Made it for a live. Hey, congratulations. All right, good. Good, good, good. All right, now there's a link here. Okay. I see 721 in the chat. No, 271 in the chat, but only 174 likes. All right, who's not liking my video? If you don't like it, you've got to tell me why. You don't have to, because I know that's kind of a hassle too. But if you can, it definitely helps. It definitely helps. Thank you. But don't feel like you have to. But if you do have something that you think I really wish you'd talk about this, or I really wish you wouldn't do that. I am welcome. Once I hit, X to have it go live, all of this chat goes away, but then you can post on the video and you can make comments, and I'm fine on that. You can make a comment. Um, the best way to get to me, if you're on Facebook, and I think you should be, because you can call anybody. I'm on Facebook for one reason. The main reason is because I can call my brother in Thailand every night for free. It's fabulous. So I love that. But I also love everybody on Facebook too. I have a lot of friends from that. And I've built up some relationships. I know people are like, oh, I'm not doing Facebook anymore. But that's the best way to get through to me is Facebook, send a private message, and then bingo. Because the email I'm like really iffy on because I get so much spam on it. I absolutely love that video of Andreas. I know, protesting outside Big Blue. If you can find that, put it on here because it's a great video of Andreas picketing and talking to Joel Phillips, who was the guy, by the way, who came when Jesse and I flew across the country in 2000. Joel Phillips was one of the guys that was in the lobby in the hotel, which is right around here. It was right here somewhere. Anyway, do you know who is anyway, that's a great video, and if anybody can find it, post it. And you can post it after this is, even if you find it after, post it in this thing, that'd be good. Do you know who is poised to take over? No, I don't, and I don't care. I doubt if they will. I doubt if anybody will. I love this stream so much. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I think it was 3 days ago for Dan's start date. Oh, yeah. Oh, it was 3 days ago? I thought he said it was 3 weeks ago. Anyway, he's interviewed up at Natalie's site. So you can go to Natalie's and hear him, and he'll tell you when he started. Freedom of speech. Oh, you're talking to somebody else. Okay. Do you have a Facebook account? I do have a Facebook account. Are you asking me? Yeah, Tory Christman or ToryMagoo44. I think either one of them goes to me. It's not hockey. It's not hokey. It's not hokey in the least. What's not? Oh, it's not hokey that I'm asking for money, or just saying you could donate. I don't mean to ask for money. That is hokey, I think. But if you feel like, oh, I'd like to support her, because there's a couple of things. This phone is a nightmare, and I'm telling you, it is like a flat out nightmare. And I have to save up to get a new phone, but I really I mean, DOA said, I cannot believe you are surviving. Somebody put something on it where every time I change anything, like when I am off here, that thing will pop up. Oh, you've just saved so much megabytes. And if any of you know how to do it, please send me an email and just put in big letters phone, and I will read it. I will. And the other thing you guys can do is send me an email if you want to, with an email saying YouTube, just YT in capitals, because then I'll just scroll through and see if there's anything from YouTube. If there is, then I will. If it's not in the subject line saying YT, I probably won't see it because I get so much spam. Hey, thank you guys, you did it. A whole bunch of you liked it now. There you go. Thank you so much. What a bunch of cool people. I love it. I really do. I hope that all of you come to LA soon. Do you have a PO box? I don't yet, and I can't really afford it, believe it or not, but I have to get one because I want to set up that thing where Amazon can send, I can do an Amazon wish list, but I need to get something where I can send it. Thank you. I don't know. It's from my gift show things. Um, I'm not a Libra, I'm a Cancer. I'm definitely a Cancer. Water is my sign. That's it. I love the car stream. Okay. It's so interactive. Oh, you mean you like it here where we're streaming here? Okay, cool. I'm glad this I can do all. I mean, I can go to the Scientology buildings and sit outside and we can see how crazy they get. That'll be really fun. Then they'll be really pissed off. I'm grateful you came back to YouTube. Me too. I have missed you guys a ton. I mean it. I mean, it's like You have to know when I left, I had no friends. None. I had Stacy, Bob, Jesse, and Andreas. That was it. Everybody turned on me because Scientology was right there saying, don't trust her, she's Osa, all this shit. And he just kept pumping shit. They hired a lady named Diane Richardson, who God knows who she was, but she wrote lies about me 24/7, 365 days a year, and nobody knew who she was. It was very weird. It was very, very weird. But for years, they were against me. And I mean, finally, people on ARS started going, okay, I'm with her. I get it. Because Bob said, they don't know your story, the people online. You need to tell your story. And I started, and slowly, it was slow, but finally people started going, okay, she's real. She's not Osa. And then everything went from there. Andreas never turned on me. He was always like, no. And people were like, stop talking to her. She's a plant. And he was like, look, I'm in Norway. I'm using words. You can see if you watch that video, if we find it and put it up, you watch it, you see how logical he is. I mean, now he passed away, just so you know, but he always was very logical, very kind. And Joel, they ended up shaking hands at the end. I mean, it was really shocking. It was. All right. So, oh, good. Amanda, you're a Cancer too. All right. Hey, Tori, you're the best. All right. Thank you. East Eddie. All right. Thank you. How do I find you on Facebook? You go up to the white thing and just type in my name, Tory Christman or ToryMagoo44, either way, and you'll find it on Facebook. Would love to see Glenn Close play you in a movie. All right, well, thank you. That's nice. I have had a lot of people in the industry say you've got to write a screenplay, you've got to tell your story. But I'm not a writer is the problem. I've said that. So I'm working on it, but it's a work in progress. Get Tori a new phone. I'm telling you, oh, it's if you saw this phone, I mean, the phone is fine, but that thing that somebody put on it, or inadvertently did something, and I've talked to at least 5 ITs, and they all go, including DOA. And he said, don't ask me. I've never seen this. I don't know what it is, but it's like every time you change anything, and what it does, it's really bad, is it covers the keyboard, so you can't answer anybody until you restart the phone again. So, like when I hang up now, I'm gonna have to restart the phone again, and it's just sort of like, oh, hey, it drives me nuts. Anyway, it life as it is, it's like we all get along one way or the other. I know I'm the CIA agent. There you go. I mean, how can you imagine that? SP to CIA agent. I want one of those badges. You don't want to hear a funny? No, never mind. I'll tell you another time. It's another funny story. All right. So now let's see. I also love the car stream. Oh, thank you. This is good because we can go different places. I can show you the original Celebrity Center. This will be fun. We can do some real fun stuff. I was like, nah, I don't think so because I don't want to walk that far because it's too far. But I can drive there if you guys are okay, and then I can show it to you. Is still Yachty's still alive in the cult? I escaped out in 2000. He hasn't talked to me since. I did find out his wife died, and listen to this. I was with a critic, someone who's never been in. He'd heard a lot of stories about a lot of this stuff. So we hear Kathy died, and I'm like, oh God, I gotta go over there. Let's just go over there just to say we're sorry she died. So we went there. He was at the Enhancement Center, which is now the Church of Scientology Sherman Oaks. If anybody wants to know, you can go by there and ask for Bill Yachty and find out if he's there. I don't know. I haven't since then, but we walk in and we say, hey, we want to give our my friend is going along down the hall with all the in session, out of session, and he's like doing these things because he's heard about it, but he'd never seen it, right? So it was very funny. And I'm talking to this girl, and I said, look, Bill Yachty works here. I know that. And his wife they used to be friends of mine. And I found out Kathy passed away. And I just wanted to tell Bill that I'm sorry. And she goes, oh, he's on course. We already handled that last year. And my friend hears this. And, you can tell people, oh, they don't give a shit about death. But when you hear it from their mouth like that, he was just a appalled. We got out in the car and he said, I just can't believe, I know you've told me this stuff, but to hear it and to hear someone just shrug a being off just like, "Psst, she's nothing. We already handled it." And I said, well, she goes, oh, if you want, you can write a little note to Bill. So I wrote a note to him because I wanted him to know I'm in your place where you work. And I just said, I'm sorry Kathy died and I hope you're okay. And if you ever want to call me, here's my phone number. Of course, he never did. Which is, how can you stay in a group where they're selling freedom and they can't even call me? I don't care how many lies they told him. He was my auditor. He knows it's not true. He knows it's not true. So for him to go along with that, and he can say, well, what else would I do if I came out? No, I know you wanted to be a Sea Org member forever, but enough Sea Org members are out that they will say, thank God you left. And it's like, it would take a bit for him to adjust because it's a lot. He's been most of his life. Anyway, that's what happened. What should they do with Big Blue if they ever end the cult? Would love Glenn Close. Oh, okay, that's when you said, okay, yeah, I have no idea about Big Blue and I don't care. I think they'd probably demolish it and build up condos, which is they're doing everywhere. Do you have an Android? I have an Android. I'd like to get an iPhone, but I can't really afford that. So probably an Android. This one was $100. It was a Met Metro PCS? No. I forget what it is. I forget the name of it. Mostly Androids are difficult and buggy. Okay. Well, if it's an affordable iPhone, I can try for it, but right now I can't. So anyway, but I think you're right. I think I should transfer over to that. But I've been doing Android forever. So even though it's buggy, I'm used to it. Tori, I just sent you a friend request on Facebook. Plus, they're much cheaper. Androids are much cheaper, and I'm just used to them. Tori, I protested with you several times out in front of Big Blue back in 2008. An anonymous person. Woo-hoo. Thank you. You were so much fun and so kind. Can you believe what has happened since then? Much love. Thank you. Yeah, I mean it's pretty wild. Isn't it just exciting? These live stream guys, I just love them. They are fantastic, and they're just. It's very exciting what they're doing, and they've got other stuff they're going to do. It's good. Scientology was not ready for this. They thought, all of us my age, they're all going to die off, and nobody else gives a shit. Well, guess what? Scientology fucked on that one again. Claiming Tory is working with the CIA implies Scientologists are fearful of the CIA, right? Oh, they're very fearful of the CIA. Oh yeah, that's a big, they're awful. They've really got that set up. Um, she has those Android cleaning apps. They are cults too. She has those Android cleaning apps. I don't know what you mean. Who is this? STEWPI. How do you know what kind of cleaning apps I have? Or are you talking about someone else when you say she? When you say something like that, a she, put the name there because otherwise, I I figure you're on my site. You're talking about me, but I don't know what you mean about my cleaning apps. And unless you think the thing I'm talking about is a cleaning app, which it isn't. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Okay, maybe that's it. They're cults too. Great. I don't think I have a cleaning app on it, but anyway, what happened to your house when you left Scientology? That's a whole different thing. I'll tell you that's another whole story to tell. Wow, I'm at 314 likes and 280 people. All right. Thank you guys. Did you ever get to meet Andreas in person? Absolutely. He said to me, this is a cute story. He said to me, we talked on the phone and stuff like that. And he said, you need to come to Norway. And I said, it's always my story. I can't afford it. Right? I was working, but I wasn't making that much money. It was kind of a crummy job. And So he said, and plus I don't have a passport. And he said, how could you not have a passport? So he did the research because he was a computer geek and he found out. I knew I was born in Kansas City, but I didn't know what hospital or anything. He found out. He got my birth certificate. He mailed it to me. And then I just saved up for about a year while I was working. And I saved up and saved up and saved up. And then my son helped me buy a ticket, with just which ticket should I get. And he's sharp on it because he's been to Europe a few times. And he said, all right, do that one. That's the best deal. So I did, flew to Norway, had a wonderful time with Andreas. I mean, it was just wonderful. It was like I think I was there for a week. It was really great. And a funny thing, you could type in Tory. I think I was Tory Christman then. You can type in Tory Christman, Good Morning Norway, and it's hysterical. I came back, I fly back, and I did it early in the morning. Then I go to customs and they go like this, well, you've been busy this morning. And I look up and I'm like, how do these people know what I did at 5 in the morning? Because we have to do it real early. And she said, good job. I watched the show. And so they'd seen it, but so I'm thinking it's good, right? Now I fly home, I get on ARS, and all these people are saying, Magoo, what happened to you? You sound totally weird. And I'm like, really? What happened? And now I go listen to the thing. I was like, oh my God, you'll hear it. And luckily someone came on and explained it. Apparently, some people, and I'm kind of one of those people, are like chameleons. So wherever they get into another accent, they sort of start talking like that person, which was like when I first met Mark Bunker. If you ever see that video, Osa said, just go with this English guy, be English, and get rid of Bunker, right? This is when I was in. And so I'm like, okay, I'm Katie and, this stuff. But then I'd get pissed off and I'd just start talking in my regular voice. But anyway, the whole Norwegian thing was so weird. I didn't even know it. And I called Andreas up and I said, Andreas, please tell me I wasn't doing this the whole week. And he goes, you were. It was just like, oh, man. Anyway, it was a great trip. So yes, I got to meet him in person. Oh, sweet Tori, I've been watching you from the start. All right. Thank you, Kim. All right. So happy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You are back on YouTube. Much love from, I love Philadelphia. I've been to Philadelphia because I did the Doman program, and Glenn Doman is there with the Institute for the Achievement of Human Potential. And I went there and to learn about education and stuff like that. But I fell in love with Philadelphia. It's a great city, and it's really funny because a lot of people there are like, I don't like Philadelphia, but you could tell they do because they stayed, right? After hearing how you were encouraged not to take your seizure medicine, I am curious how diseases like type 1 diabetes are addressed in Scientology. Well, any illness at all, Hubbard thought, you're sort of a downstat. That was his thing. There's upstats and downstats. And the upstats are all the people making money, they're healthy, they're doing great. And downstats, oh, you have diabetes. Okay. They'll let you go. You can keep going. My auditor had diabetes. And I was telling her about them getting me off my medicine and all this shit. And she said, I know. I have diabetes. I have to do the shots. And she said, I don't care. And she was in the Sea Org. And she said, I just don't care. And that's how I was towards the end. It's like, I don't care. You can tell me whatever you want. I don't care. So, hi, sweet Tori, just sent a Facebook friend request. Okay, you're going to get, I have about 1,000 of them. So tell me your name or email me your name because I'm way behind on the Facebook requests. Okay, Tori, I was talking about your phone. Okay, no, wait. Miss Tori, update your Android. Have you updated it? No, not really. I'm like old school, Billy. I don't, like DOA said, you're like my dad, and I am. I mean, I have little special things that I do, and nobody does that kind of stuff. We love hearing from you. Thank you. I just got a new Samsung Galaxy Ultra like DOA has. Okay, and how much was that? Can you tell me how much it was? So I have kind of an idea. Was it like thousands? All right, Tori, I haven't updated it. No. was talking about your phone. Sounds like you have an Android. With those Android, oh, cleaning app problems. Oh, okay. I was a manager for a cell phone retail store and saw those problems all the time. Interesting. Thank you. Well, that's good to know. See, that helps when you tell me what you're talking about. Then, because otherwise I just really didn't know what you were talking about. But now I get it. Okay, so they're already installed on there. Do you have any videos of you in Scientology? Not really. Scientologist Hubbard was really big on not wanting people filming, even though he was always filming himself. But they didn't want people, if you started filming, they'd think, uh-oh, wait a minute. She has epilepsy, so she's kind of a PTS person, and now she's filming. It was just sort of like I didn't want any more negative shit, so no, I don't have any. I did. I actually, that's wrong. I had a ton of videos. In fact, when I went to Flag, I spent years interviewing the staff and public about, how do you feel about it? I mean, they were great videos. And then when I came back, they had stripped all of them, all of my videos of me with my son as a young baby and a child, and they stripped all the Scientology interviews that I had done. They're all gone. They have them somewhere, but I don't have them. So yes, I do. Ooh, the lights came on. Hello, lights, camera, action. See, look. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? I think you have to turn it this way. This is the lights just came on. See? There you go. See, I'm in a big parking lot all by my little self. All right. So now wait, something. I recommend you to the host of the Small Doses podcast. I recommend you to the host. Oh, you recommended me to the host of the Small Doses podcast. Thought you would be an awesome guest. Well, thank you. That's a nice thing. Thank you. She didn't give a direct response, but she liked the message I sent. Good. Okay. Yeah, if you can find out and let me know, that would be good. Because she'll probably send me an email, and those are the things I generally don't even get. Okay, about a year ago, I worked in. Oh, that's the one in the tech with the cell phone thing. Thank you. Sorry, I'm a few minutes behind on stream, but Norway is the most beautiful place I've ever been. It is. And the interesting thing is I started talking to people who traveled a lot, and most of them would say, we've been all around the world, and most of us went to Norway last, but it's our favorite country. It's a beautiful country and really unbelievably naturally happy people. Oh my God, I knew other people besides me did the language access thing. Okay, good. So you have the same thing. I know it's really freaky. Now I really try. I mean, I haven't been to many countries since, but it was freaky to find out. If you Google it, you'll see. Hi, hi, hi from Canada. All right. I saw you on DOA's stream the other night. I know that was a good interview. I really appreciated his questions. Hear the truth, I'm the same. Thank you. Hear for truth. All right. Tori, thank you. Love it. Again. Tori, I love listening to you. You have the best stories. Thank you. It was really funny. I thought, God, I don't really have anything to tell these guys, but I just wanted to let you know I wasn't going to be at the 625 thing that was scheduled. I don't know how that was, and I wanted to let you know about the latest on this the Phil Jones thing, and I'm gonna keep putting it on here because I want you guys to copy it, and if you can, I don't even know how to do that, but I know you can copy it and then send it on, or you can just send this whole video on. But just so more people get, put your own 2 cents into it. What happened? And here it is, and it was gone the next day. It's like religion. I don't think so. That's the thing I want to say. Religion, no. Religions let people go. If you want to go, you go. Cults, they don't. Tori, you need an iPhone. Okay. You can get a new one for around really? 400 or 500. Really? Maybe an iPhone 12 or iPhone 13. Okay. Well, I'll look into it. I will, because I'm kind of scared to do it because I've done the Android for so long, but everyone has an iPhone that I know. Everyone. Don't show your location. Be careful, Tori. I'll tell you something. I've shown my location for 24 years. And it's like, you want to come get me? You want to do something? Come on over. I'm okay on it. It's just sort of like I've been that way since 50. I was 53 years old and I left. And I thought, no, I put my phone number up on the internet the day I left. I said, here it is. I left Scientology. I'm not a guy because everybody thought I was a guy because I was always swearing and everything. I said, here's a video of me with a picture of me in the video. And the girl is Magoo. That's me. And, I only thought there were 50 people on the internet. So that was a little surprise. By the time I got across the country, I found out no, there's thousands and thousands of people on the internet. So anyway, I still would have put it up because I knew Osa would. If I didn't, they would have put it up. So I thought I'll put it up myself. And you know what? I've never had a problem with it. I mean, I had they put it on a porn site. Okay, the porn guys called me, but guess what happened? They had this guy, True Seeker, who'd been lying about me day and night and weekend for years. And finally, these porn guys started calling me, and I started telling my friends who are computer geeks about it. And they said, look, if you can get a URL, we can find out where this is coming from. And remember, True Seeker, I was sure was with the church, right? Okay, so I get them the URL. They check it, and under 3 minutes, they come back. They go, you're not going to believe it. The Truth Seeker is the exact same address as For a Good Time Called Tori, which was the porn thing. And that was it. I said, what do I do? They said, call the police. It's a federal crime. So I did. They came over. I said, it's really weird, blah, 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 about fair game, Scientology. And I said, I don't really have the guy's real name, but you can look at all this shit and see this isn't just a random guy who hates Tory. This is a program. And they said, yeah, we got it. And so I said, what are you going to do? And he said, we're going to fill out a police report. And we did. And we put it up on Google and all these he knew all these places to put it. And that guy vanished forever. It was really great. It was like, boom, gone. So, they screw up all the time. They think they're so sharp. Oh, we'll put her phone number on a porn site. It's like, okay, go for it. When what happened, the whole world found out that you did that creepy thing. You know what I mean? It was like, it's just like this billboard. It's another creepy thing that they do. Okay, it's expensive, but you, you can get it. So they just charge a bit more onto your bill monthly, and it's not so bad. Okay, that's good to know. Aren't you afraid of being alone? No, I'm not. I've been, I'm talking with you guys, so that's the worst. I mean, what do you think would happen? They're going to send someone to smash in my windows? They know that I have said forever, go for it, give it your best shot. You want to do something like that, it'll be worldwide tomorrow. And they know it. So, no, I'm not afraid of being here. I'm going over to my friends. I went to Ralph's and I went over and I got to go because I just remembered I bought stuff that I'm supposed to have in the refrigerator. And so, anyway, I got to go. But you're going to have to replay. Okay, that's fine. Hey, Tori, loving your channel. I've sent a rather long message to Messenger. I get carried away. Okay, try to keep them a little shorter. That helps. Hi, Tori. I have a Galaxy Fold. I love it, and it opens into. Wait. Now you went away. Okay, wait. Galaxy Fold went into a small tablet, which makes it much easier to see, and it folds and fits in your pocket. Nice. T-Mobile. Oh, wait. I'm with T-Mobile. Come back. Damn it. Now you went away again. Shit. Okay. I don't really like to remote them, but better than nothing. Okay, thanks. I'm at the end because she said press the arrow. Sorry, this is in your face. I think if I turn it this way, then I realized it won't. There you go. Now it won't be in your face. Okay. Do you have far to drive? No, I have like a couple blocks. And I'm not going home anyway. I'm going to my friends. Better get home for now. I will, but I'm not going home. I'm going over to my friends. I love my iPhone and don't find it hard to use at all. Okay, good to know. Don't worry about Tori. She knocked on Scientology's doors the other month. I did. That's true. I did. That was really fun, and that was because of all the people photographing. I mean, filming. If you want to do the iPhone, I recommend getting a refurbished one. Not only get it from Apple, no, but only get it from Apple. Okay. If you get a refurbished phone from anywhere else, you don't get the Apple company's warranty. Okay, good to know. That's a good thing. Thank you. Could you post that on the outside after I post this, just so I remember it? Because I think I will, but it would really help if you post it there. I find iPhones easier. Everyone has said that, and as a matter of taste, I think no, I think they are easier. Um, you switched hundreds of people to iPhone from Android. Okay, I know my shit. Okay, people love simplicity. It's true. We do. All of us. Okay, so Tori, I'm printing out some flyers, okay, and things for an upcoming Scientology protest. Okay, here's my thing on flyers. That's how I started the business cards, because I realized what happens with flyers most of the time. This is a business card. You can say, "Here, take my card, put it in your wallet, put it in your pocket, and read it later." It has, and I always say, this is the dark side of Scientology that they will not tell you, right? And people are just like, really? And I go, yeah, and put it away right now because your boss might be a Scientologist and they'll fire you. And wow. So it's a valuable thing. But flyers people throw away all the time. So unless you're going to hang them on trees, which is a good thing, that's a good idea. If you're going to do that, I can see that. But if you're gonna just hand out, do business cards, get business cards printed up. Okay, with any kind of website you like, I always put zenu.net because there's so much information on it. And darn it, now everybody went away again. I hate that. All right, where did you guys go? Now everybody left. All right, well anyway, we have 359 likes and 251 people. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Okay. No, she's a night owl. Yeah. It's 7:30. Exactly. I go to bed at 2 in the morning. I'm like, this is early for me. She's a night owl. Love that. Me too. Yeah, exactly. I wonder if it's to do with the left brain, right brain thing. Wait. I want to hear what you said. Darn it. Okay, it's going to come back. I know it does. I just don't know how really easily. And love it. I want you to show me the next time we see each other. I want you to show me how to do that. I wonder if it's to do with the left brain, right brain thing with the iPhone versus Android. Shoot, this is Android. As soon as people can't use the other. Probably. Maybe. I think they like simplicity. I think that's what it is more than anything. And I think the iPhone is simpler. That's what I think. And they don't have all the problems that the Android has. We're here. No one left. No one left you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, it's 10:30 here in New England. All right, you guys. So now it is time for you all to go to bed or party, whatever you do. I love my Samsung. Okay, that's good too. I think it's a swipe. Oh, you swipe. Okay. Oh, thank you. Maybe that's it. All right, I'll try it the next time it goes away. Well, anyway, thank you all for coming here, for liking my videos. I really appreciate it. And for subscribing. And if anybody donated, thank you for that. And I hope you have a wonderful, this is Friday night, so have a safe, good weekend. And do things that make you happy, right? You know, yeah, good night, my friends. That's right. We're like a little family. So all right. I will see you later. I'm going to hit the X now. Good night. Thank you.